And in its place, write the mineral hornblende.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's already there. Now go and scratch out the word hornblende that was on the chart and replace it with the mineral augite.
Wait, which one?
A-U-G-I-T-E.
Wait a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
This one you can scratch with your finger, so it's it feels hard, but when you scratch it,
It comes out.
Which one are you looking at?
7.
Number 7?
Yes.
Okay.
And so when it
Okay.
comes down to it, it should be the B-I-O-G-I-T?
No.
Well, that's what it's coming out to.
Okay, that one,
Keys out.
should have a hardness between 5 and 6.
This one should?
Number
How is
6.
that possible? What if you can scratch it with your nail?
This kind of confused me.
How about fingernails do that?
Oh, I don't know.
There was a hardness of
Wait a minute.
7, so it's hard.
Oh, hey, I
Cleavage
didn't-
or fraction.
All right, let's go with that.
One side, yeah, because the side is,
Light or dark? I would go with 4 times.
I failed. If you scratch 6,
We just wrote the word.
it doesn't scratch.
You said it was a hardness, fracture, and between light and dark. It's not dark.
this is dark.
That means that is hard.
Yeah, this is light, maybe this is
Light or
black or dark.
We need to cross the line.
That's an interesting thing.
But that's flaking it, no, that's scratch, not scraping.
Miss Gibson.
You can flake crystals off, that's different.
Okay, so I
So
did
go
wrong
this
by
way,
part.
not
Yes,
that
sir.
way?
Is this, like, does that, when you say light or dark, it's like this towards,
We're coming up with what's not
our hardness says 7.
These nine feet.
And you said light there, that's towards.
Then maybe that's not fracture, maybe that's proven.
I think your principal. Well, I mean, I could too.
Is that number 7? You just like, I got 5.
Yeah, but what we're saying is we're coming up with the same limit, whatever.
One more person.
Yeah, that's the one we did. So that's, okay.
After that,
This is mine. This one.
I got this one towards also.
about 30 hours of teaching training.
This is not. It looks like it has hardness and but that's not
I know what comes
We said light.
Now that you're saying that, it was, I guess, really hands, you know, right there.
Do we see the gleams? And then scratch out Harlan and do what?
Like one of the sides, one of the sides. What about the side?
Oh wait, Homblin, that one right there.
Cleavage is when it has planes.
So wait, so she
Well,
said,
again, there's 2 chords, so I'm not saying we can have
options to look at to be able for the kids, so they can be. Wait, no, sorry.
black, so wait, 7 is.
What number? Yeah, 6 is
That's right.
It has a hardness of 5.
They all have been different. We got 2 more.
Should have seen fracture.
Dark.
remember.
We got two girls right here.
Yes.
That one,
So non-metallic.
If I follow it, it says formula.
regular hump weight, the cross-out hump weight.
We will have planar rates.
Show me.
Just give him a high.
Well, that's higher than this charge that I gave you.
Inflate the price.
Then she
First.
Final what they
Higher.
I said 3,000.
call it down to whatever they call it.
Number 9.
They only call it.
So this one here is no longer.
that was 9. Low type was 9.
Cleavage, cleavage or fracture for? No, I know what
Laura said, got several of the offers.
Right.
Oh, yeah. No, you take it.
So if you have
Okay, how much time do you need to finish your IDs? You wanna just go through it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just go through
Yes.
it. All right, can I look at y'all's with you? Okay, and I'm really sorry about that key business. I'm glad we caught it. Okay, number 1 is the one we went over together. It was quartz. Okay, number 2. Metallic or non-metallic? Non. Hard or soft?
Soft.
Soft. Cleavage or fracture?
Cleveland.
Cleavage. Does it dissolve in water?
Yes.
If you were to lick this, and I know none of you did, you would notice that it is salty because it is salt. This is halite. It's an evaporite, which means it forms from evaporated water. Number 3. Number 3 is a metallic mineral. Does it give off a red, brown, or black streak?
Black.
Black streak. Is the color black or gray?
Gray.
Gray. Does it have thin sheets? You can't tell from this. Is it magnetic?
No.
No. Then it is galena.
I just
It is
misspelled
not.
it.
Oh, you misspelled it. Okay, good. Good catch. Okay, number 4. Non-metallic or metallic? Non-metallic. Hard or soft?
Hard.
Cleavage or fracture?
Fracture.
Light or dark?
Light.
Light. This also is quartz. Remember, guys, this is not the be-all, end-all. It's going to turn out just like this. This is just a general guideline because quartz can be all different kinds of colors. In fact, next week, we're going to see quartz of all different kinds of colors. Number 5. Looks just like those quartz and halite, doesn't it? Except it's shaped a little differently. Is it non-metallic or metallic?
None.
Hard or soft? Soft. Cleavage or fracture? Light or dark?
Light.
Where did it go? Does it fizz in acid? Yes, it does. So it is calcite. So when you're out in the field and you want to know, is it quartz, is it calcite? I can't tell with the crystal structures or the cleavage. I'm going to pull out my acid and drop a little drop of acid on it. And if it fizzes, you know that there is quartz present, calcite present. The And this is a really pretty sample. This is nice.
Oh,
This
but
shows
dissolved in
some
water
great
fluid acid?
crystal structure. This sample, is it metallic or non-metallic? Is it soft or hard? Cleavage or fracture? Cleavage, light or dark? Light. This is a feldspar. Just to be clear, there are a whole lot of different kinds of feldspars. This is a broad category of a bunch of different minerals that you can read about whenever you get your mineral and rock book. Later, we're going to give you a little book that's rocks and minerals, and it's pretty simple, but you can go through and look at all of the different types of feldspars. You're going to see rocks, like granite has 2 types of feldspars in it. It will have the pink and the white feldspars in it a lot of times. So just be aware that they don't all look the same.
What do we do for 5th grade science? What's the peak?
Number 7, metallic or non-metallic? Non-metallic. It's shiny and dark, which does not make it metallic always. Is it soft or hard?
Soft.
I'd say hard.
It's hard. Now, one of the discussions over on the other side is you could flake some of it off, you could break pieces off, but that doesn't mean you were scratching it. Okay, so hard, it cleaves, it's dark, it is hornblende. I'm sorry, it's hard, it fractures, it's dark, it's hornblende.
But you changed it on the
Yes, it's hard, fractured, dark, hornblende. Number 8. What's that? No, metallic means it looks like a metal.
Like a metal or a rock.
Like this right here.
Like this is shiny.
This is metallic.
Looks like a metal.
Yes. So number 7 is hornblende. Y'all listen. Number 8, metallic. What color is the streak?
Silver.
Okay, blackish. Okay. What color is this? Gray. And what is this? Graphite. It's super soft. That's not on your key, but that is one of the things that defines graphite. That's what your pencil lead is made of. Number, let's see, 7, 8, 9.
These are all minerals.
Non-metallic, soft, cleavage. If you can flake it off in sheets, that means it cleaves. It's dark, thin sheets, which makes it biotite.
Good job. Good call on that.
Number 10 is non-metallic, hard. It exhibits cleavage.
Oh, we put fracture.
Which, if you look, you can see the striations.
It's dark. Number 10 is hornblende. I'm sorry, augite. I didn't change it on my chart. Number 10 is augite.
I mean, and that had cleavage, correct?
Yes.
Okay, but it's the cleavage.
A lot of times, augite and hornblende are difficult to tell the difference. One of the things that you can look for is the cleavage versus fracture. Because they're both dark. Number 11, because this is the one that exhibited a magnetic quality, we can just say it's magnetite. We don't need to go any farther with it. Number 12, stinks.
It's stanky.
Hey, it's only
I mean, it's
Scratch
like the same
it.
corn you buy in the store, it's like powder. It's like they crunch it up,
Yes.
grind it up.
Okay, this one smells a little like rotten eggs if you have a fresh surface on it. And so its unusual characteristic is that it smells like a rotten egg, so it's sulfur. My father-in-law takes sulfur, he'll take sulfur and grind it up and put it in a sock and then beat his ankles with a sock to put the powder all over the bottom of his pants or socks to keep the chiggers away. And other people.
My father-in-law would actually purchase it in the powder form, but his garden. Spread it in.
All right, guys, listen, please. So we've identified the minerals. We've identified all of the minerals. We've looked at all of the different characteristics that a geologist would look at to determine what a mineral is. You've observed these minerals in ways that you would do out in the field, and then we've added a few other tests that you could use in the lab, like the fluorescence and things like that. So how comfortable do you feel looking at these common minerals that you could do this again and be competent to come up with the right mineral names? On a scale of 1 to 5, 4, okay, 3.5, 3. All right, good. Okay, we're getting there. Now, if you look at these minerals, they all, color-wise, there's some that really stick out, there's some that don't. Just become kind of familiar with these. We're going to look at them more. We're going to look at them even more tomorrow when we look at them in granite. We're going to look at some of them in granite tomorrow. Yes?
But some of us called this metallic, but then as soon as we found out it was magnetic, it was, oh, it has to be metallic. But isn't that like subjective to what I would think is metallic?
Yes, it is. And
So
the
would you
shape-
go back and change your answer?
No, I wouldn't change my answer. That I would say, wow, that sample does not appear to be metallic to me, but I know it's magnetic, which
Which means
defines
that
it as
has-
magnetite. Other samples of magnetite that
Which
come
we knew
from
was
other-
magnetite, but still like,
There are other samples of magnetite that are very metallic looking, like you would see this, the galena, or even the graphite.
and it'll have like iron or something or whatever.
Yes, so that is subjective, but you know that it's not like, it doesn't look non-metallic like quartz or calcite or halite, right?
Yeah.
Or sulfur.
Yes,
Yes.
okay.
Do some of the minerals oxidize, so the outward appearance may not give you what it really should look like? So you have to
Right.
break it or look at it?
So that's an important thing to bring up, is that, you know, Toby's saying that oxidation can happen, reaction of the atoms with the oxygen and the air, which can cause, like the iron and the magnetite can react with the oxygen and the air and create rust. And so whenever you do your cleavage test with your rock hammer, when you crack it open, those fresh surfaces have not been exposed to oxygen, and so you can see a color difference on the inside. So sometimes when you're driving, look at the limestone on the road cuts, and you can see different colors. So as limestone is exposed to the air, it can oxidize as well, and it causes a lot of times a gray or reddish color to grow on the surface. And if you see areas that are whiter, that means that maybe a piece of that limestone has broken off. It's a fresher surface. Okay? All right. So tonight we are going to read about minerals in your textbook, and you're going to get you're going to get some books on minerals and rocks. Go ahead and look up in those books. Research these minerals and see more samples of those minerals to see what they look like in different forms and the different variations. So tonight in your textbook, it's the one, does anybody have your book? Yes. Savannah White?
I can go get it on my bag.
That's okay, I think Brenda has one. There it is, thank you. It's the Earth Science book with the guy scaling the cliff. Okay? I want you to read pages 28 through 39. And there will be a short quiz in the morning. Yay. I know.
What type of quiz?
Get a copy of it.
Like a written essay, multiple choice, you study it.
Got a copy of it,
I think it's more like essay.
Awesome. You know what's amazing?
Hey, Craig.
I'm gonna totally bring this more for
This
you.
one's for you.
Did you bring your twirly ribbon?
Did you shoot a basket?
No, the other question.
Okay.
Copy of it.
No.
Oh, you're gonna have to.
You make the pose. It's a power pose.
Hey, Laura, I have a
Copy of
question.
it, too.
Would you turn around to the camera?
Oh, no.
Based on what Jen was asking about the evidence and basically making a claim, so you're saying that you can't go back and change your claim to support your evidence?
Okay, that is a really good thing. So your hypothesis that it was whatever, right? But then after you look at all the evidence and make a decision on what it is,
That would be your claim.
that is your claim. Your hypothesis is preliminary. Your claim is what you found.
So,
And I'm confused about CPR.
Yeah, the widest claim come first.
Okay,
It's just, I don't think it's the
okay,
order.
it's,
Like the steps.
it's not, a hypothesis is something you're gonna do in an investigation. Your claim, evidence, and reasoning is not about the hypothesis. It's about your findings and what you end up with. So it's not about that process. So for example, I think that mineral number 11 is magnetite because it exhibits a magnetic property.
That's a claim.
That is not a hypothesis.
That
I
is a
did that
claim.
after I did my analysis.
that's a claim.
That's my claim. My evidence was my observations of the magnetic property. My reasoning would be, if something exhibits a magnetic property, then it has iron in it. If magnetite is composed of iron and blah, 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 then it will exhibit the magnetic property. Therefore, this mineral is magnetite.
So the claim is more like a finding.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Would you say I think, or just state that it is, and that the mineral is magnetite? Rather than saying I think, or do you still say I think? Could you just say
I
this
don't know,
mineral?
what is,
Well, you're not saying.
This mineral is magnetite because, or based on the evidence, because
I think.
without saying that I
is
think.
appropriate, yeah.
I don't think it matters.
Doesn't matter?
I don't think so.
Or it doesn't matter.
I think this whole CR, is missing some steps. I think, there's no hypothesis placed in there. It's, you see what I'm saying? So it puts me in a cognitive imbalance. So we're gonna have some more discussion about this, Laura and I and whoever else is involved with it, and see what we can come up with to have it make more sense, because you probably may be required to do that sometime. Wait a minute, Kristen?
The way that I've learned CPR is really to facilitate writing and science. So I see it more as not necessarily reflective of an investigation design, but a way to write, more of a writing strategy or analysis.
That's where I learned it,
Yeah,
was like
that's-
after the experiment, how to write about the findings.
But that's what we do with our conclusions. Everything that's in there,
In an investigation.
in a typical write-up, a lab write-up, as we call it for decades, that's what's in there. So,
you could do a
let us come back to it and let us kind of synthesize it better. And then come back to you guys, and then y'all can work on it.
She said she used the core around to help drive. But I think Hillary, it's beautiful claims at the top of the page. Because claim was at the top of the page, and I thought that, but it's just, because that's every place is supposed to, doesn't mean that that's the order of what you need to do.
I know, but it's the appearance. If
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah.
appearance leads you astray, then you cannot, know, that's not a good model.
Right.
It's gotta be clear on that, so I think what we're trying to do with the peanut butter because
We should have had that. She'll do investigation with
who else sent their horizontal line inside SUD?
For writing.
They don't have the scientific knowledge. They don't know why they did
But because they, they use it when they break down literature, oh, this is the character's motivation, so this is the plan, and whatever. So.
So you kind of like, I didn't know you did it in school. Well, I had to do it. So I guess I had to like, about this
Okay, so my question was, the question was, which one would be better to walk on ice with?
That's, looking at it that way, you say, oh, you stake a claim, but before you stake a claim, you have to have a reasoning to go there, like they're saying, you don't go to an area that's not going to hold, you don't want to go to Houston, and in the play, go, well, it's already good.
They might say, I know that when I'm there, whatever, I slip. So I can explain friction, friction,
the guy felt stronger, and he was like, yeah, like
they don't know that, it's not the like with all of this,
I thought it was, I claim that there's gold on this landing.
But that's what I was saying, because
we could get out one question out, and we could slide it across, especially what we did.
stunningly
Slide it
similar
across
to
the table to
what
represent
this
that. But, okay, I see that the shoot is far, but I don't know why. That's my evidence, but I can't back it. So what can I just learn from this? You know what I mean? Like, the goal is to bring out friction. They don't want to. I got my evidence. So what the work is again? If they just get the scientific property or purpose.
That makes sense, that's all I gotta do.
No, never. I don't have the style points to pull that off.
White pants and
No, it's okay, it's okay. Just leave that sentence the way it was.
That's how they're about to dress. This is an example.
I know, I can't do it.
Show your work. Energy.
Jump out and make a little.
They used to
on sign.
Like for some grass all over me, and like that's the bark. The bark, I feel that now.
I'm assuming this because I was told.
Oh, we're doing our own thing now? We're doing our own
I'm
thing now?
doing something, I mean, I'm just sweaty, I thought.
Am I doing this now or are we collaborating?
Do you have those papers?
Everybody just kinda like walked out.
I could.
Because I can't print them out right now.
I mean, we're kind of on break, it seems like.
Okay.
When Dr. Browning comes back, we'll continue
Yeah,
with you,
we
Ashley.
digress to
Why don't you do it on your computer?
When she comes back.
I was gonna say that.
Oh, whoever.
Unless she's, I hope all that's recorded. I don't care.